Hey CSA members, Farmer Nate here, unpacking week 2 of 5 for your fall CSA. You're joining us today right by our beautiful fall spinach, and you can see the greenhouse behind me. We actually moved yesterday. It used to have tomatoes in it, now we moved it, put it over here on top of the spinach. I got another great stand of spinach right here next to me that we'll be putting another greenhouse on next week. So we'll be able to protect that, enjoy it for the next weeks and months. Right now, we've only had one frost. It's kind of like a weird weather week. So last we spoke, if you will, we had just had our first frost. Then 4 days later, it was 80 degrees. And then today, 1 week later, we have a frost warning again. So we're all over the place. The most important thing you need to know is the vegetables are kicking butt right now. So without any further ado, your box, which is too big for a box. So just know that. We're gonna have stuff outside of your box, but we'll worry about that on Saturday. This micro radish, we had a huge crop of micro radish. So it's a giant 4-ounce clam of microgreens, the radish variety. If you like radishes, you'll love micro radish. Here is some of this beautiful spinach that we just harvested right behind me, right there. Here's a big old bag of green peppers. Now, what's up with green peppers and why are they so small and why do I have so many? Well, in preparation for the frost and cleaning up the fields, we did a hard pick of peppers, and these are those peppers. That means that we took basically anything usable off the plant because we're cleaning up the plant. We have 3 pepper fields. We've done that with 2, and I'm holding out to 1 more, and we'll see if the frost really is that hard or that bad. It might take them out. We might be done with peppers next week. Or we might continue with peppers for a couple more weeks. Green tomatoes, this is a similar thing. We picked these a couple weeks ago. Green tomatoes have like a 3-month shelf life. We picked them a couple weeks ago as we were cleaning out the tomatoes because the tomatoes were done. What am I going to do with all these green tomatoes, you may ask? Green tomato chutney, green tomato chili, fried green tomatoes, of course, not just a boring movie, but also a delicious delicacy. And salsa verde, you know, any tomatillo recipe, you could use green tomatoes as well. We got some bomb kale here. This is curly kale, super sweet. Now we've had some frost, all the greens are going to be a lot sweeter. They actually increase the sugar levels. Here's another gorgeous green. Holy cow, look at this. That is some beautiful chard. Big old bunch of chard, so that's here. I'm just going to put it there. What else we got in here? So much food, you guys. Some parsley, because what's a CSA box without some herbs? Here's some beautiful bunch beets, so you'll be able to enjoy these. Roasted them, juicing them. The greens are edible. These are not the prettiest greens, but they're still in good enough condition to eat, so chop them up, eat them up. What else do I got in here? So we had a little bit of this last week, I believe, and I think we'll probably have 1 more week of this. But this is bok choy. So this is a baby variety. I like it a lot more because it has more green to or white to green ratio. I like the green stuff. Now, some of the bok choy is blossoming. I was always trained as a beginning farmer that blossoming greens, especially the cabbages like bok choy, were a bad sign and to avoid them. But then I went back to my old stomping grounds in San Francisco. I used to live right next to Chinatown when I was going to culinary school. And I noticed that everywhere I looked, every farm stand was selling bolted greens or blossoming greens. And it turns out in China, that's how they eat their greens. They perform that way, and it's actually tender and delicious. So I don't know why farmers out here in the Midwest don't like that. Go ahead and enjoy that. Certain crops, it's not that great. Like lettuce would suck if it was blossoming. I wouldn't give it to you. That's delicious. Speaking of lettuce, have some. Okay, I got some space to work with. Couple of little guys here just because we still have them, so why not enjoy them? Some ghost pepper, some zucchini, and some poblano. Just little odds and ends that, you know, I figure why not share them with you. Got a clam of micro mix, boom, front and center. Easter egg radishes again. It might be your last week with radishes. I have a different type of radish in the future that I think you'll quite enjoy. But for those who like more traditional radishes, that's here. A gorgeous bunch of scallions is here. And finally, it's back, and it's broccoli. I love it. So broccoli has become like my favorite thing to grow. So I hope you're enjoying it. I was a little nervous. The broccoli planting went in late. Sometimes that happens. So I wasn't sure if it was gonna make it in time, and I was out there today plenty for the CSA, plenty for market, and starting next week, are just going to be gangbusters. Broccoli loves the frost. It can even survive a light freeze. So we'll have broccoli here, at the store, at the market, at Blue Goose, at Prisco's. You go anywhere, you're going to find our broccoli, and you're going to love it. So broccoli through the years. That's week 2, epic box. It's a bountiful time of year, and we're sharing that bounty with you. So yeah, thank you so much for your support. We all appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. And until then, enjoy your vegetables, and thank you very much.